Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is July 2nd on Friday, and we are going to take a look at Palantir stock from a technical analysis perspective. I am still not a financial advisor, so please do your own research, make your own decisions. So Palantir went down a little bit today also, went down 28 cents, 1.13%, closed at 24.44. I like these even numbers or pattern numbers. Post-market, I've been getting some weird post-market readings from TradingView. I don't know why. I pay for a plan, but 25.05, but zero. I don't know. So looking at it on the chart, remember yesterday we had a big down day. Big down day. Big red candle, and we broke the support that we had here, the double support that we had. We broke through that. Also, we even broke through 25.40, which was a horizontal support that we had some time getting over above not too long ago, and the stock just went right through those two supports. But then yesterday we drew another support. So we looked at this bump, see, that we had here. We looked at this bump on April 27th, and this bump the stock stopped at 24.30. The stock stopped at 24.30. So basically this was a resistance back then, April 26, 27. So it seemed like a reasonable idea that maybe this resistance would be used as support right now. Guess what? It just happened. So today the stock, the low of the day was 24.33. So it's hard to be right on the money, just a little 3 cents margin of error. So this is the power of technical analysis for you guys. You see a bump in the stock at some point, and the stock stopped at some point, and you say, well, ooh, this is a resistance. And that resistance might become support at some other point, might still be resistance also at some other point. And look at what happened on June 3rd. June 3rd, guess what? June 3rd, the high of the day on June 3rd was 24.26, very close to 24.30. Why? Because there are people on the floor of the stock exchanges making those lines and making buying and selling decisions based on those lines. I know I've been on the floor of the stock market, not as a trader, but as a programmer at the Montreal Stock Exchange in 1991. So basically, technical analysis is being used by institutional investors, traders all around the world, and we have the same rules and we do the same things. So if you can replicate what they are going to do, you can approximate what the stock will do. Boom. That's what technical analysis is. So as we hoped, because we hoped that Palantir would be using 24.30 as support, and this is exactly what it did. And on top of it, look at the high of the day. The high of the day was 25.34, which is quite close to the 25.40 that we also had in mind. So basically the stock today just confirmed two of our lines. It's always nice to see that. Let's go to the 1 hour chart to see if we cannot gather something else. So basically this was this red candle that we all hate so much. This red candle happened yesterday, and we opened today with this little red candle. Then the second hour, no, sorry, am I right? No. This is the first candle of the day, this one here. So we opened above here. So for a red candle, the open is always at the top of the rectangle. for a green candle. The open is at the bottom of the rectangle and the close is at the opposite end. So basically we opened quite higher than yesterday, so that's nice to see. We went close to 25.40 and then went down. So there was some buying pressure during the first hour. So some people are buying back Palantir. I'm not saying it's ARK Invest, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about ARK Invest. So the stock, so buyers went and bought some, and then the momentum kept going, which is the stock went slower and slower down, but seems to taper. It seems to taper, as you see here, it's tapering. And one notable fact is that for the second candle of the day, you see this is the extension, this is the wick that went close to what is the number? I'm having a brain fart here. 24.30. So we almost touched 24.30 here, and we did not touch it again during the last hours of the day. So I see this as a positive sign. So all of the other candles have a low that's higher than this low here. So basically there seems to have been an event, boom, that made the stock go down, and then people freaked out, of course. And then but this freak out was not super strong, and then we had people buy this morning, and then the freak out is slowly calming itself down. So I don't do that very often, but this time I am going to do it. Technical analysis as a art does not try to understand the link between the news and the stock. We don't try to predict, oh, there's this news that came out, oh, for sure it's going to have this effect on the stock. We don't try to do that because it's way too hard. It's impossible. It's basically impossible because you need to know all of the news, and you need to understand how each contradicting piece of news is going to have an impact on the stock, and it's just mind-blowing. You see some people seemingly doing that on the internet all the time, on YouTube all the time, on the news network, all the time. They say, oh, Tesla went up 5% yesterday because of this news. Well, it's easy to say it afterwards, but what about the other news that were bad, that had no impact on Tesla, and just because Tesla went up, you say that it's because of this positive news, and in spite of all the other negative news that may have come out during the same day. So basically this is all we say in French, poudre aux yeux, which is powder to the eyes. This is the literal translation, or it's basically a smoke and mirror thing. Ooh, I'm so good because I'm telling you why the stock has went up. Yeah, you tell us why afterwards. Can you tell us why before so that we can make money? No, you can't. Okay, sorry, this was a rant. It felt good doing it. So going to ARK Invest. So ARK Invest is a fund that you might know with Cathy Wood. And basically on this URL here, we see the combined holdings of Palantir Technology. So basically this shows the number of shares that ARK Invest owns, and shares held. So if we do this, shares held, there was a little bit of sell-off here. So Palantir people sold, and we see the exact listing here. So on June 28th, they sold 21,000 shares. That's not so much. On June 30th, they sold 710,000 shares. So that's a little bit more. So that's on June 30th. let's go to June 30th just to see if, so basically June 30th was here. So the big sell-off was on July 1st. So we see they did not cause the big sell-off. So maybe people learned about ARK Invest selling some stocks, and this is this rumor or news. It was not a rumor, it was news. This news scared people, and people wrote up some articles on social media, and people got excited. I don't know if it's that. I just wanted to point that out, but I won't be trying to tie the reasons to some news backwards. So we are just going to look at the chart, because the chart shows the truth between supply and demand. Boom, that's it. So looking at the indicators, so of course stochastic took a beating. So the stochastic is now at 24.63. MACD crossed bearish on June 30th. So if your strategy, this is a valid strategy to say, I'm gonna buy when MACD is crossing positive, and I'm gonna sell when MACD is crossing negative. So if you had done that, you can do this in the future. If you had done that, you would have bought Palantir approximately here, May 18th, and you would have sold on June 30th. It's pretty good, huh? Pretty super good. It does not always work this way, but in this case, it would have worked. So MACD crossed bearish. DMI says, no, this is still a bull trend. I'm gonna trust Palantir. This is the green line is over the red line in my DMI 21. So this is my special DMI 21 that I use all the time. So if you want to replicate it, just go here, ADX smoothing 21, DI line 21. So hopefully, see, we see post-market 24.38. So the post-market seems to say that we are still above 24.30. So basically, let's hope that next week Palantir stays above 24.30 and then starts to recover, because this is a really great company that will go very, very far eventually. So thank you very much for watching. It is Friday. For the United States, on Monday, there's a holiday, so the stock exchanges will be closed on Monday. So we won't be talking on Monday, but just on Tuesday. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, Patreoning, Discording, trading, viewing, affiliating, link. And I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Tuesday, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.